connection within requires an experience of understanding the yogic autonomy. And the reason for that is that the yoga autonomy is really made up of a deep integration of the energy that flows through our body. And experiencing that for yourself and being able to have an opportunity to sit and develop an awareness of how your inner being operates will allow a deepening of the ability to connect more to Source. It's Source that operates through us and around us. So that is when we're talking about deepening our connection, the connection within, that is connecting into Source. And so when you start to understand, say, the role of the Shishmanada of the spine and what that does and what the communications that happen throughout that nerve center, when you experience that, then you are able to have a deeper awareness of how that can then bring forth more clarity and connection for you in your life. Specifically, we're looking at the chakras. And it's interesting because the chakras, we can just say are a concept really, because you can't go and get x-rays and find where they are. There's nothing that sort of proves that they actually exist. And also when you look at lots of different modalities, they're not always the same. You know, the chakras are different and sometimes the colors change, and in one practice they only have 5 chakras, and then there's all these new chakras that people are becoming aware of, like the upper heart chakra and the solar plexus chakra, and then the cave of Brahmi, which I shouldn't say that people are becoming aware of because these have been spoken about for a long time, but they're now starting to become integrated to people's understanding of the chakra. There's a few different ways you can approach the chakras. You can approach them with an intellectual experience that this is my third eye chakra and this is what it does and this is how I activate it and this is what it's for. Or you can just get to know the energy in your body and experience for it for yourself. Find where your flow is, where your connection really resonates for you. And at the same time, you'll also have an awareness of where the heaviness is, maybe where the disconnection is, where you just don't want to go there. And all of that's really important on this journey of strengthening your connection within. If we operate, say, in the upper triangle of our chakras, which is the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra, if we operate in these and try to view our life and our world through these chakras, we're going to become very discombobulated with reality, because these chakras have nothing to do with your day-to-day life. These chakras all have to do with the big picture, with, you know, the subtle realms of knowing this deeper understanding that filters through life. We're here as a human being, that's what we were just saying. We're here to experience being human. So we need to feel our feet on the ground. We need to enjoy all the pleasures and the experiences and the emotions that come from the sacral chakra, because it's through these expressions that you develop more and more knowledge about yourself. And we need to come into our power. We need to experience our center and our ability to stand strong in who we are. And then there's also the meeting point. And what's important about the meeting point is that it is supported. Because if you're open-hearted and you're shining out through compassion and love, yet your self-worth is damaged, or you aren't allowing yourself to express the anger that might be coming up because that's not very loving, then this isn't having a strong foundation. And if you're open and loving, yet aren't listening to the guidance that's directed for you, you'll just be washed around in the wave of life. It's just about understanding for yourself where the sensations are, where the experiences are, and to really sit with the fact that every moment is a spiritual moment. And every experience you have is one spirit talking to another spirit, which at the end of the day is all creation. And if you keep it that simple, it doesn't really matter what chakra's open and which one's buzzing and which one's not. What you can do with the chakras is once you start to understand your internal energy system, you'll be able to rely on that knowledge to help yourself get back on track. And that's really what all these tools are for. So, if the head is really sore and there's tension at the back of the neck and you're getting a lump in the throat, it could be a representation that you're not expressing your knowing. Maybe that's all you need to know about the chakras, because once the awareness comes there, the pressure will then fall away. So that's how you can very simply allow the chakras to support you. Saying that, it is really fun to do kriyas and pranayamas and meditations that play with and stimulate the chakras, because it's like, you're having your green smoothie in the morning. It's like that little energy pick-me-up. And it can help recalibrate and rewire yourself when you need to find more momentum in life. One interesting point, in Kundalini Yoga there's 8 chakras and they class the aura as the 8th chakra. Personally for me, it's like how I see my internal energy system in regards to the chakras is when I inhale, the prana comes down into the nabi, and then it travels down through to the base of the spine into the base chakra. Then it will travel up and it interplays and plays with all the chakras as it comes up the Shishmana, through the cave of Brahma and up into my glands, and then it flows up and out like a torus shape through my aura, and it keeps traveling. So for me, that's how I have learned to experience energy. For me, this didn't work because it just didn't. Just to keep that simple, it was like being so connected and open. When working with the systems and working with my energy this way, found that I wasn't able to function and integrate and be practical in my day-to-day life and in my interactions. I lived way too much in dreamland, way too much in dreamland. That's been a journey and a revolution for me, getting to know my energy channels and systems. And I remember level 1, it was like, and in a lot of Kundalini, it's all about bringing the energy up. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. But it's got to go somewhere. And if you just shoot it all the way up, where's that support? And that's why the 8th chakra is incorporated in Kundalini practice, because it is about the connection, the wholeness, the oneness, bringing it all back in and circulating it. Hands on your knees, palms facing up, index finger and thumbs touching. Drop down into the base of the body, lift up through the top of your head and drop into the heart. Start by being aware of the rise and the fall of the nabi with the breath. Then extend out your awareness while still being connected to the rise and the fall of the nabi. Push down through your sit bones, become very aware of the base chakra pushing down into the earth, the base of the body connected. And while still being connected to the rise and the fall of the Nabi and the pushing down into the earth, activating the base chakra, start to lengthen your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. And as you get to the rib cage, drop the shoulder blades down and really expand the chest in 4 directions, feeling the opening of the rib cage, which activates the heart chakra. And just stay present there for a few breaths. And while still aware of the rise and the fall of the Nabi and the pushing down into the base of the body and the lengthening of the spine and the opening of the rib cage, lengthen the back of the neck by tucking the chin slightly and pushing the back of the head towards the back of the room. Really feel the lengthening through the spine. This allows for the upper triangle of the chakras to start to be opened and activated. And then roll the eyes up and into the 3rd eye chakra. Activated pituitary gland. And while still aware of the rise and the fall of the Nabi and the pushing down through the base of the body and the lengthening of the Shishmanad and the opening of the heart, and the activation through the throat chakra and the 3rd eye chakra, reach the crown of the head up to the heavens. And dive deep into the experience of your inner energy system. Then inhale while the intention is set. May I experience an inner warmth of love and compassion that flows through the cells of my being, diving me deep into an acceptance of the energy that flows through my being, allowing me to live a life of life, love, and purity. May this happen more than ever before for the benefit of all.